2 a.m. is when good decisions go to sleep. South Atlanta rain on brick, porch light flicker, the air tasting like pennies. I'm Renee Michaels, Marine retired, brown skin, long curls, dress on because I like pretty even when it's late. My husband, Darius, snores soft in the bedroom, ex-paramedic lungs doing the best they can. Then the street goes wrong. A chorus of men rehearsing thunder on my lawn. Somebody whispers over a mic like God with bad directions. Another, the frame prays, so do I.
Police, open the door. Hands where we can see them.
I don't run, I don't scream. Marines breathe, then move. Darius wakes, heart in his throat. I say, baby, stay behind me. Eyes on the hallway camera, red dot blinking like a heartbeat. Third hit. Glass answers. Wrong house, wrong names, right camera rolling. And this is how a city learns what procedure really costs. 2 a.m. chews softly first. The fridge hums harmony with the rain, and the porch light blinks Morse code I never learned. I'm Renee, former sergeant, now expert in not ignoring goose flesh. Brown skin, curls wet at the ends, dress hugging the life I earned. Darius sleeps sideways, one arm over his eyes like the moon too bright. Soft breathing. Neighborhood dogs bark wrong. Not hungry, not bored, alert. I glance at the foyer cam on my phone. Street-wide, black SUVs where minivans should be. The night holds its breath. Murmurs. Boots move as one. Baby, I whisper, touching Darius's shoulder. Wake up slow. He blinks, sits, listens. Former medic's ears know panic from protocol. He says, call it. I say, unknown units, perimeter on my azimuth, hold position. I smile, which means behind me. The doorframe tenses before we do. The house groans, then forgives them once, not twice. I announce with the calm I keep for hurricanes, this residence is occupied. Identify your warrant. Male voices answer wrong, layered, loud, out of rhythm.
Police! Hands up! Open the door now!
I say, copy. Display the warrant to the foyer cam. Red LED winks, like truth. Darius squeezes my hand once. Our yes, our amen. Thunder arrives from human hands. The entry fills with black fabric and breath. I tell the lens gently, like reading bedtime to the city. Roll, little camera. Remember everything. I've heard mortars whisper louder than men, but never in my living room. The first one through trips the entry mat. Not a trap, just a Marine's reminder. The sound freezes them long enough for me to see eyes under helmets, young, pale, scared. Hands, one yells. Get on the ground. Darius mutters, you first, under his breath. I elbow him. Quiet soldier humor never dies. The hallway smells like gun oil and drywall dust. My phone still streams the foyer cam to cloud backup. I make sure it blinks green, our truth insurance. This residence is 1407, not 1409, I warn them. Check your coordinates before you break something sacred. They don't answer, just move tighter, red dots swimming on my curtains. Fear to strange math. One mistake, and I'm a headline. Darius, I whisper, slow breath, palms up. I can hear the rain outside clapping for nobody. The lead cop's voice cracks through the static of his mic.
Move! Move! Room clear right! Subject in sight!
He means me. I raise my hand slow, calm enough to shame their adrenaline. "Ma'am," he barks, "on your knees." "Negative," I reply, Marine tone intact. "I will kneel when you verify address and show ID." That's when confusion hits the air like pepper spray. Voices on radios overlap, numbers shouted wrong. I almost feel sorry for them. Almost. They don't hear English anymore, just heartbeat percussion. 4 men, 1 hallway, flashlights jittering like scared lightning. "Police, don't move," echoes off drywall that cost me weekends to paint. My hands are still high. Darius's chest rises slow, rhythmic, paramedic calm. I say, "You're in 1407 Peachview, not 1409. Wrong door." They don't flinch. That number bounces around their helmets like a foreign language. "Control, subjects resisting verbal commands," one says. Lie on tape, truth on cloud. Darius shakes his head. They lost their map and found their fear. I whisper, "Stay still. Marines survive by not volunteering for chaos." One of them points to the corner where my medals hang framed, silver stars and sand memories. "Ma'am, what's that on the wall?" he asks, like valor's contraband. I say, "Proof I've been where you're trying to pretend you are," I say softly. A pause, then another thud from outside, louder, impatient. Back up. The night is a revolving door of bad decisions. I count boots through the window glass. 6 more shadows, 6 more chances to fix or ruin.
Move in. Confirm target. Command says 1407. Repeat 1407.
Wrong words. Right house. And now it's war inside paperwork. The foyer camera hums. It doesn't flinch, doesn't blink, just records. I tilt my head toward it like church. "Stay faithful, little Lens," I whisper. "Target in sight," says the voice I'll remember later in nightmares. Darius takes half a step, instinct, not defiance. I cut him a look that freezes oceans. "Don't," I mouth. A red dot dances on my picture frame, our wedding photo glowing under cheap LED. "Hands higher," they bark. My shoulders ache from discipline, not fear. Check the name again. Renee Michaels, Marine, honorably discharged, registered homeowner, no warrants. Silence follows like a test. Then a voice outside whispers what sounds like doubt.
Command? You sure on that address? I got a mismatch on database entry."
The first crack in the machine. "Hold your position," I warn. "You're seconds from the worst decision of your careers." They shift uneasily. One wipes rain off his visor. "Ma'am," the lead says, voice breaking, "please lower your tone." "My tone?" I laugh once, quiet like thunder through a smile. "Son, my tone's the only thing keeping you breathing right now." The camera records that too. The moment control changes hands. The hallway smells like wet leather and fear. Darius leans near me, whispering, "They don't even know why they hear." He's right. They move like men following a rumor. My foyer camera's blinking steady, recording every heartbeat. Then, a female dispatcher voice cuts through the storm. "Units 14 through 19, check address confirmation. Repeat, address confirmation pending." Silence. Their leader, young and trembling, looks down at his body cam light blinking red. "Sir," I say, "your own badge is recording your mistake." He lowers his rifle an inch. "We got the warrant," he stammers. "Then read it," I demand. Pages rustle. His lips mumble. "Peach View 1409?" I step forward half a breath. "You're standing in 1407. The word 7 hangs like smoke. "Command, we may have..."
Hold your position. Do not disengage until verified.
That word, verified, always shows up after the damage. I glance at Darius. We're ghosts now. They can't tell the living from the guilty. Outside, thunder applauds their confusion. The word verified circles the room like a vulture. Nobody moves first. They're waiting on permission to be wrong. I say nothing. The camera says everything. "Ma'am, we need you to cooperate," the leader pleads. "Cooperate?" I echo. "I already did, by staying alive." "All units stand by," another voice cuts through. "Chief wants visual." I realize their brass is watching through their cams. The chief's voice booms next, tired and cold. "Who signed that warrant? That's the wrong address. Get out! Get out now!" Chaos tastes like copper and static. Darius exhales for the first time in minutes. "They leaving?" he asks. "Running," I correct him. "Big difference." One cop stops, turns his body cam toward me. "Ma'am, this footage, it's gonna save people." I nod, then hit record twice, make sure it sticks. He nods back, guilt heavy in his shoulders. The rest pile out, radios curse in the night. The last one closes my door softly, like apology sounds when it's too late. I lean on the wall, heartbeat drumming inside my ribs. Darius wraps his arms around me, whispering, "You kept us alive again." I whisper back, "No, baby, the tape did." By dawn, the house smells like rain and burnt nerves. I make coffee because war or peace, caffeine's religion. Darius stands by the window, watching patrol cars ghost the block. "You think they'll come back?" he asks. "They never left," I say. "They just switched uniforms." My phone buzzes, the cloud confirming upload complete. Every second of the raid now sits online, somewhere safe, somewhere public. Darius grins. "You just broke the internet." "No," I whisper. "I fixed it." By noon, local news drones hum overhead. Reporters at the corner fence shouting questions I won't answer. They say mistaken, like that word could fit all the bullets that didn't fly. The footage plays on loop, me standing steady, them yelling wrong. My mama calls from Birmingham crying, "Baby, they could have killed you." I tell her, "They didn't, Ma. That's the story." Then Darius looks at me, serious, eyes wet but smiling. "You ready for what comes with truth?" he asks. I sip the coffee and stare out at flashing lights. I say, "Truth been coming. It just needed Wi-Fi." 3 days later, the chief came himself. No press, no entourage. Just one man with a badge that weighed too much. Darius opened it, looked him dead in the eyes. "You lost something?" he asked. "My department's soul," the chief said. "Mind if I step in?" He stood where his officers had broken glass and trust. His eyes scanned the cracked frame of my medals on the wall. "Ma'am," he started, "there's no apology strong enough." I stayed silent. Let silence make him work for it. "The footage is everywhere," he said. "Federal review's already in motion." "Good," I replied. "Maybe next time your people knock before writing the sequel." He exhaled like he'd been holding guilt in his lungs for a lifetime. "You could sue the city," he said. "Win big." I looked at Darius. He shook his head slow, knowing my answer. "I don't want a check," I said. "I want a checklist. New training, body cams on, raids off at night unless verified twice." The chief nodded. "You'll have it." "Then we're even," I told him. "Not healed, just even." He left without shaking my hand. Good choice. You don't touch redemption, you earn it. They called it a hearing, but it felt like theater. Cameras in every corner, microphones stacked like weapons. Darius sat behind me, hand on my shoulder, calm weight of faith. "Ms. Michaels," the council chair began, "you understand this proceeding is public." "So was the raid," I replied. Laughter from the crowd broke tension like thunder finding freedom. They played the footage again. The night my home became proof. Reporters scribbled like gospel writers. The chief sat 2 seats away, eyes low, pen shaking. "Miss Michaels," another asked, "what do you want from all this?" I thought of my mama's trembling voice, the bruises, invisible but deep. "I want accountability that don't need cameras to exist," I said. Silence held the room tight. "You believe reform's possible?" a senator asked. "Only if Payne's invited to the meeting," I answered. Soft applause broke the silence. I stood up. "Y'all forget, we're not enemies. We're evidence." The lights flashed, cameras blinked, and somewhere out there, somebody finally listened. For once, the record told the truth before the rumor could. 6 months later, the reforms passed. Every officer in the city wore a new badge, one that blinked twice when recording. No off switch. Darius built our porch new, wood warm like forgiveness. My curls longer now, my sleep deeper. But peace ain't quiet, it's earned. The mayor asked me to speak at the academy graduation. I stood before rows of new recruits, faces young and uncertain. "I'm not here to shame you," I told them. "I'm here to warn you." Their eyes widened. Don't ever mistake a citizen's question for resistance. Don't ever treat fear like guilt. The auditorium went still. You wear that badge for the ones who can't, not for the ones who won't. Applause rises. Darius filmed from the back, tears hiding behind the lens. Later that night, I stood on our porch, coffee steaming, rain starting again. The reflection of my camera light blinked in the window, red, steady, faithful. From savage to saved, some lessons hurt, but they heal too. If you believe second chances still exist, type Amen in the chat. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.